don't know if the camera picks up how black the sky is over there, but it looks like strong rain. So I said the other day that it only really opens up when all the guys are sat out drinking tea along here. So the tea shops are opening, which is a good thing. Okay, so we're seeing there are, like a table like this has a paper sign on it. The seats with the paper signs on are saying don't sit in these seats, so you can only have one person on that table, but on this table you can have two. On the bigger tables you can have two. Well, it's a lot busier today. Look, interesting. It's starting to get back to normal. This is still fairly quiet compared to what Istanbul Street would normally be, but there's never normally this many people, not in the last couple of months anyway. Hard to say what the mask situation is today. I'd say still quite a lot of people without, more probably out without today than there was during the curfew times.
More chin straps, shall I say?
I think we might pick ourselves up a mask, Michelle, from over here and just wear it as a chin strap, just for compliance reasons. So over here you can get a mask and you can get a hand wash. Hello, merhaba. How are you? Can I get a mask? Thank you, teşekkürler. So I'm going to wear my mask at the moment, just under my chin. So all along Istanbul Street there are these sort of mask stations, so there's no real excuse, I guess, for not having a mask on this stretch. It's funny actually, because down where we are, I'd say mask wearing is less than 10%, but on this main drag, I'd say it's probably around about maybe 60-70% today. So that black cloud is coming over Istanbul Street now, but it's so much more lively here. I think around the world you're going to struggle to control people much longer. So all the little alleyways off of Istanbul Street are opening up as well. So these are traditionally where all the eateries are. It's getting a little busier. There are no signs on these seats for social distancing. I think there's probably supposed to be, but there isn't at the moment. The barbers, the hairdressers salons, they've all opened up. A lot of people have taken the time during lockdown to renovate their establishment, so there's been a lot of work going on to sort of, it's a good time to do it, right? You've been locked up, the buildings have been locked up for quite a long time. Here we've got the umbrellas hanging above the street. So pretty much everybody that's out here today is either someone from Istanbul, from Turkey, or people that have been stuck here for some time, because there's no tourist industry here. So it's still a little bit, thank you. It's still a little bit quiet, but at least people are coming out and using the restaurants. Maybe about a third of capacity. And actually down this little back road here, again, getting off the main street, the masks are going. Which makes sense. You can't eat and drink and smoke, as most Turks seem to do, with a mask on. There was just a big clap of thunder in the air. I think we're going to get caught, Michelle. It did say it was going to rain today. I didn't think it was going to be quite so heavy, and it's not heavy at the moment, but that dark black cloud up there and that big clap of thunder makes me think we're going to have a fairly heavy downpour. So what looks like hams in the window, and I've got to be a little politically correct, they're actually more like a pastrami beef. I didn't think it would be pork, because this definitely wouldn't work in this area. I think we're about to get caught in a storm. There's a real wind blowing as well. Quite a long walk back yet, so we'll might sort of dodge into a building, get out of the weather that's coming. Now I've just noticed the trams are not running. Trams, have you seen these trams?
No, I've just seen lots of dust carts.
Yeah, lots of. Oh, hang on, I've said it, and here it comes. So the trams are running.
Back to normal.
So the trams have been out of business or out of, what would you say, out of circulation for at least a month or two now. The rain's behind us and coming. We're not going to be able to outrun it, but we're going to head down to Karaköy, so down the hill. Before the lockdowns, this was one of our sort of favourite areas for restaurants and cafes. During the lockdown, it has been dead. We've walked through it 2 or 3 times, and it's everything's been shut down. So it's funny. We just met a young lady here, I saw her dodging in and out of phone shops. So I said to her, "Any problem we can help with?" Exactly the same as Michelle and I. Her SIM card got disconnected a few days ago, and she's trying to find a way of getting it connected. So we've given her some tips. Not that it particularly helps, but at least she knows what she's got to do now. So we're now at the very first place Michelle and I arrived when we came to Istanbul, just on this street. This was our home street. It's a lot quieter. There's a few sort of cafes selling odds and ends, but not much. This guy has opened up. The little cat houses have gone. This guy is chicken rice. Oh well, there's a cat house in here.
Kittens.
Some kittens where?
Round the back and just run over there.
Can't see them that well, but there's some kittens, new kittens in there. They're cute. I said earlier it was like the street was running on 2 cylinders, but a little bit to me it feels like it's forgotten how to live. It's a city that's lost its heart a little bit, hasn't it?
I think so.
I'm sure it'll come back, but around here it still feels a bit soulless. Well, it looks like Starbucks is open, but they've taken all the road up, the whole road. I'm sure they have plans to redo the road, but at the moment. And this is one of the busiest food streets in this area anyway. It's normally absolutely thumping, but the roads are appalling. It feels like I'm somewhere in the backwaters of Asia. I'm sure they've got big plans for this, but it isn't going to be ready, not in the next few weeks, it would seem.
That guy had the plans.
He had the plans, did he? I got a good idea. Put some hard top down on here. This is not going to be fixed anytime soon.
No.
This is quite important for me because this is the place I wanted to come back to and do some filming when things open up. But there's no way these roads are going to be ready in the next 3 or 4 weeks for sure. So you could feel a zombie apocalypse movie down here. It would be quite appropriate. It feels like a town that's been destroyed and decimated. Man, it's hard to walk down, but it's hard also to get off this road because I know where I want to go. I want to go down to the quay front or the waterfront to see if they're still doing the fish, whether they're all back fishing. Our favourite fish shop is not open. There's a few places open, but how do you navigate them? I'm so glad we didn't stay down here. Can you imagine the noise down this street over the last 2 or 3 weeks? And there's a lot of people that do stay along here. It's a popular tourist hotel, Airbnb location. Okay, I can't see it yet. We're almost at the waterfront. I want to see if the fishermen are back. So have they lifted the fishing ban? I can see several rods, so it looks like fishing is back in business. I don't think I ever expected to see mask fishing in that manner. The guy bought, is that an oboe? Clarinet or an oboe? No, I think it's an oboe. He's doing the macro. How are you? So he picks out all the little bones here, very meticulously, very carefully.
Because it was crowded, they have to put down.
And this is done on charcoal as well, so you're going to get all that smoky flavour. This is my favourite fish.
Istanbul, as a memory, it's like beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah. We met these lovely, what are we saying? We met these two lovely people.
I'm the most lovely one here.
Yes, most lovely from Coimbatore.
Coimbatore, India.
In India, would you believe, where we were just videoing not that long ago, and then you're from? Jordan. So this guy is from Jordan. Are you stuck here sort of a little bit? Yeah. And we're all really stoked that the fish is for sale and we can have a fish sandwich. Now Michelle and I are going out to eat a bit later on today, so we're going to share one of these mackerel sandwiches. So happy, man.
You have test.
Taste first?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, no good, no money.
Be hot.
It's always good. It's always good. It's lovely.
How can you say that's no good?
You got that whole mackerel in there, you know. He's cooking it fresh. There's another piece on. You have the pomegranate. You have the seasoning in here. That is so good. Oh, it's been at least 2 months since I've eaten that. I'm so happy. We're looking out over the Golden Horn. This is the Golden Horn that comes out and joins the Bosphorus, and I couldn't be happier. That is the taste of the sea, the taste of Istanbul, fresh from these guys. I want another one, but we're meant to be going out with a friend in the next maybe 2 or 3 hours to have some special kebabs. I'm not filming it. It's just a time for Michelle and I, but you've got to see this. Delicious. If you come to Istanbul and you don't have this, you're absolutely
Missing out.
And I know a few of my Turkish friends watch this and they'll say, don't buy from those illegal hawkers on the waterfront. And I know what you're saying, but if the day ever comes when they don't exist, I think Istanbul will be a lesser place. So I'm happy to support them just as much as I support all your local retailers and local stores. We just had a lovely long chat with a guy from the UK, but he's got some sort of Middle Eastern blood in him. Lovely long chat with him. Nice guy. He's been stuck here as well. And we were talking about this feeling of what to do next. And it was quite interesting. Everybody, I think, is feeling the same.
Yeah, it's all
A little
right.
confused.
What can we do?
What do we do?
How do we do it?
And I think there is a sense that we all could just go away and stay in a commune somewhere and just chill until this thing has passed. It's funny, the guy stopped us because he'd seen us again sometime before, not today I don't think, but he'd seen us in the city before and he'd heard my voice because I was talking to camera. And it's really just, it's nice. If you ever see me in the streets, stop and talk. I'll talk the hind legs off a donkey, you know I will.
That's what I said. I think he wanted to chat with somebody. He's been
think he
alone
just-
in a hotel.
Yeah, I think he was quite happy to have a chat, and we certainly were. So if you watch this, take care, man. Drop me a line. Right, time to power walk, Michelle and I. We need the exercise, but I won't be able to talk so much, so I'm turning you off. This little courtyard area here has got these beautiful buildings. I think we're going to sign off, Michelle, and walk home. We had a little filming on the streets. You've seen that Istanbul is picking up,
Starting to open, which is all good.
which is good. And we've got a dinner tonight with a friend that we're not going to film.
Just local, but it'd be cool.
Love to you all. Share the love. If you enjoyed the video, stay for the little time lapse or whatever, a little sneak extra that I got at the end. Be good.
Subscribe if you're not subscribed.
Share the video, all the stuff that we
Thumbs
love.
up.
We will see you next time. Be good.
Bye.